God, right? Let me tell y'all a story. So I know a dude for a while, and he's always been a nice guy. He's never, he's always been cool. A little phony, um, a little how do you say scamish? Pretty much selfish a little bit, but nothing too much. Not in my life because I don't know him. We cool, but we not cool. You have a friend, but y'all see each other on a distance. That's how it is. Okay, but nonetheless, he is a friend. So we've known each other for about 7, 8 years. We stopped talking for a while, and then we met up on some business type stuff maybe a couple of years ago. So he's been a nice guy. He's been decent for the most part. I ain't gonna call him nice, but he's okay. I don't like I said I don't know him enough to judge his character. But anyways, this dude was looking for I was talking to him one day, right? And he was like, "Oh, he was like, I don't believe in God." Now, mind you, his name, I always thought he was Muslim because of his name, but come to find out, he is not. He just a regular dude, and he don't believe in God. So I was like, "You don't believe in God?" So mind you, that kind of dampened me. I didn't even want to be his friend no more, to tell you the truth, y'all. I was like, oh no, because me personally, I don't align myself. I can be cool with people who are atheists, because I tend to find people who are atheists who don't have those dumb questions. Why God this? Why God that? And I respect atheists who don't try to always like downplay my religion or talk about God. There's guys out there and girls that just are atheists. They don't try to put down religion or anything. Now, you might ask them a question and they may go over the edge, but for the most part, they're not running around here beating up people for religion. And I know some atheists who are definitely upset with the Lord, and they're not atheists because they're atheists. They're atheists because God didn't do something in their life and they mad. Anyways, so just the thought of him not believing in God, yo, when I tell y'all I did not want to talk to this man, I was like, oh no. So one he started like trying to get in contact with me. So I normally go on live on something else. I'm not gonna say what. And he contacted me on there. He was like, call me, call me. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then I didn't call him. Then I seen him at the store. He was like, what's up? And I was helping this homeless man and ministering to a homeless man, a young homeless guy. And he was like, what's up? And he was like, oh, you ministering to that guy? I think that's how I found out he didn't believe in God. He was like, oh, whatever. He just want money. Make a long story short, I have not seen that young boy since I ministered to him. Anyways, moving on with my story because y'all know I'm dragging and lagging. So he see me at the store. So he's like, man, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. Mind you, he was living down the street from where I live at now, right? But he had already moved. He's been there for like a year now. So I was like, okay. So I still ain't call this man. I went on live again. He was on my live. Hey, come on. Hey, I'm gonna put my phone number in there. I said, okay. He's like, call me now. I still ain't call that man. So I go to the store, to the grocery store, and guess who I see in the parking lot? That man. I'm like, oh my gosh, why do I keep bumping into him, Lord? He's like, man, I really need to talk to you. I need a place. The person, he told me a situation, the person putting him out. And I'm like, oh gosh, first of all, you shouldn't be going through this. Okay, you're a grown man. You should be stable. But I digress. He was like, where you stay at? So here I go. Oh, you don't want to stay there? It's terrible. Which I do have my complaints, my little complaints. But that's because I was living at one place for 10 years and now I'm at a new place. So whatever. I was like, you don't want to live there? It's terrible. I don't like the stairs. Da 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 da. And I was like, he was like, man, he still kept on baiting me for it. I was like, look, just go on over there. If you haven't been a felon, if you're not a convicted felon, your credit decent, you ain't have no evictions, go on over there and see what's up. Mind you, I'm not thinking that he really is going to get the place. I don't even know. I'm just helping the man out. I didn't think he really was going to do it. Man, that man went over there and got the application. And so now, mind you, I after I gave him the information, I'm like, oh gosh. He get the application. He's like, man, I got the application. You'll do me a favor? I'm like, yeah, sure. Now I'm being nice, but in my head, I'm like, bitch, what? I mean, boy, I'm excused of cussing. I'm like, boy, what do you want? He's like, can you help me fill it out? I'm like, okay, boom. He come over. I fill it out for him, right? So something told me to put my name. I'm like, man, I'm gonna put my name just in case he get in. Like, I need that referral. Boom. So I'm like, whatever. I'm minding my business. So I'm like, he said, okay, they're gonna contact him on Tuesday. I'm like, okay. When I tell y'all on Tuesday, that man called me and said, I got the place. I was like, what the heck? I say all this to say this. People be sitting there talking about they don't believe in God, and God still be putting people in their place to help them. I promise you, I don't help atheists. I don't help anybody that say they believe in God. I'm not gonna say I don't help them. I don't fool with them. Period. But God put that man or put me in that man's life to assist him. And that's what I did, even when I didn't want to do it. God is looking out for atheists and people who sit up here and don't give God time. He is still looking out for us, whether we know it or not. I was not going to get this man a place. He was literally on the brinks of being thrown out. I literally was not going to help him at all. I didn't give a care. But I kept on doing it. The Holy Spirit said to go ahead and help the man. And that's what I kept doing, even when I didn't want to do it. Even when I didn't want to do it. So for a person to say he don't believe in God, well, baby, God was with you because I wasn't helping you with nothing. Nothing. And that's my testimony. I had to get that out.